Hello and welcome to another edition of Motor Cars Enthusiasts. Right off the bat on today's show, for the second program in a row, the C8 mid-engine Chevrolet Corvette comes in first on the list. And this is a weird story, to say the least. Now, we talked about this in the last program. This vehicle wasn't going to make its debut at the Detroit Motor Show like that had been long rumored. And I kind of pontificated the possibility of, the vehicle going to be debuting in Geneva or some standalone event. But now a situation has come to light where apparently someone close to the situation told GM Authority that the vehicle's having massive electrical issues. Now, I don't in any one way, shape, or form want to talk about anything about GM Authority. I guarantee someone told them this and they went on and reported it. But there's nothing about this story that makes any sense because, number one, this doesn't make anybody at General Motors look any good in any way, shape, or form. Any good? Yes, this situation is really strange because they could have just came out and said, we're thinking about debuting it here or there, or, you know what? We don't have to tell you anything about where we're going to make this official launch of this machine. The trick is, too, as earlier reports, this vehicle wasn't going to get into your driveway till late 2019, early 2020. And the report at GM Authority claims that this vehicle's having such electrical issues that it's going to take them upwards of 6 months to fix the problem. The trick is, doesn't this just supposedly at launch going to have that LT1 V8 behind the old driver there? How much more different is this going to be than the C7 other than the platform and the engine placement? All the electronics that run in the engine and the transmission is going to be very close to being the same. There might be a bunch of extra algorithms as far as traction control and stability management and whatnot, just because the weight of the automobile has changed drastically. But what can actually be grounding this car to a halt, especially after seeing so much video of this thing pounding around the world's racetracks all over the planet? So, this is a weird story, and it's definitely going to come to light over the next several weeks, possibly, and we'll hear more about this, but we'll keep you in tune of what we hear. Next up on the list, a vehicle that's definitely making its official debut at the Detroit Motor Show will be the brand new Toyota Supra, and even better news yet, if you want to get your grubby little mitts on that first ever to come off the old assembly line, well, it's going to be up for auction in Scottsdale, Arizona at Barrett-Jackson's biggest event of the year, the early, or I guess I should say mid to late January edition of the Barrett-Jackson auction. There are some reports that there won't actually be a Supra going across the block. I hope that is misinformation because I think it would be way better if the car actually crossed the block. And this is a situation that Barrett-Jackson does a bunch. They have a lot of charity cars, and that's exactly what this automobile is going across. It's going to be feeding funds into the Bob Woodford Foundation and the American Heart Association, two great causes that need the fundings very bad. So this is going to be a pretty cool little event. It'll be interesting to see just what exactly this is going to bring as the gavel falls. And it'll be even more interesting, I guess, to see what kind of option list you would take on the very first. Because I'm assuming someday down the line, this first ever Supra is going to cross the old auction block again. Next up on the list, huge news involving Sebastien Loeb. The 8-time World Rally champion, is apparently going to come back for 2019. Had such a great time in 2018, even winning that one rally, really getting the itch back. That and the fact that, his Peugeot deal kind of went to crap when the old Peugeot World Rallycross team basically folded up. And this is a guy who has won several championships and basically run for the home team, PSA. Came up through Citroen, won all the championships through Citroen, did some circuit racing through Citroen, switched over to Peugeot, still under the PSA umbrella. But in 2019, he's going across the fence a little bit to Korea. He's going to be racing for Hyundai's World Rally team. In fact, the first time Mr. Loeb is going to be behind an I-30 in anger is actually not even end up going to happen until March at the Mexican Rally, basically because Loeb's already got commitments for the Dakar Rally, which basically is going to mean that he can't make the Rally Monte Carlo, he can't make Rally Sweden, so he's going to end up coming out later in this year. Going to run 6 events, doubling the events he's actually doing for this year. Danny Sordo is actually going to be the bloke behind the wheel in every event that Loeb isn't going to run, which means that, boy, Hyundai's got a real action-packed lineup, too. This is going to be the greatest driver lineup. If the cars are anything like they were this year, it is going to be a barn burner. 6, 7 rally drivers that could win at any rally. So, boy, next year is really going to be entertaining. Last up on the list, more Grand Tour news have leaked out over the past several days. Not only is Season 13 going to come off in the middle part of January of 2019, just in a handful of weeks' time, but we've now heard that the Season 4 is a go, which is a little bit on the odd side, at least in my mind, because they signed a 3-year deal, and supposedly they were going to get another 3-year contract extension. So it's kind of interesting that they're only getting a 1-year contract extension, at least as of now. But the other interesting situation for Season 4 is the tent's going to go away. Yes, the tent that was kind of kitschy in the first one because it traveled around the country, but then now has basically been parked just down the road from Jeremy Clarkson's house over the past 2 years. Apparently is going to be gone for good. Now, not for sure what exactly they're going to be doing moving forward. Are they going to move into a more studio situation? Maybe the Ebola Dome, they're going to actually do it there. Or is it going to be a whole situation where they're just going to kill off the studio segments altogether? It'd be a wait-and-see situation as far as that's concerned. And that's all there was that I thought was worth talking about for this edition of Motor Cars Enthusiasts. Don't forget to like us over on the Facebook page. Links down in the show notes. Also, if you'd like to subscribe to the channel, you can do so at any time. Get the first dibs on the brand new shows as soon as they come out. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again real soon.